to blind herself to save others and the worm. In that state, Kaylee forcibly removed her own eyes and crushed them with her hands. She was later found injured by a nearby pastor who called for emergency help, but doctors were unable to save her vision. Kaylee Mudhart survived and later spoke publicly about the incident, describing it as a result of extreme substance abuse and untreated mental health issues. Her case has since been cited as a stark and tragic example of how prolonged drug use can trigger catastrophic psychosis with permanent consequences.
Hello.
This incident is absolutely insane, and I can't imagine somebody ripping out their own eyes. Thankfully, Kaylee survived, but sadly, she would never be able to see again.
They get a bunch of frozen ahi, and they trick everybody into thinking it's beautiful, fresh ahi. So what they do is they get this rotten tuna, feed it into this red chemical dye, which turns it from the brown, poopy color that you see into a bright red color that never goes away. So even if the fish is completely rotten, it'll still look completely fresh because they're injecting this dye, soaking it in this dye to give it the illusion of being fresh ahi. And they're going to inject carbon monoxide gas into the bags and then let the fish marinate in that carbon monoxide gas so it soaks all the way through it. Keeps the fish from smelling or tasting rotten. To the extent it can get so rotten that people can actually die and never have tasted or smelled that it's bad, because the carbon monoxide prevents that from happening. When restaurants or grocery stores turn this into value-added products, so sushi or poke, they do not have to label that this is the type of fish they're using. They can just say fresh made.
They don't move. They just watch. For centuries, hikers in the Santa Lucia Mountains of California have reported the same thing. Tall, motionless figures standing on distant ridges, staring down at them. They're described as human-shaped silhouettes, 8 to 10 feet tall, wearing cloaks or wide-brimmed hats, perfectly still even in the wind. When approached, they vanish. No footsteps, no path, no trace. Some say the watchers appear when you're alone, off the trail, or exhausted. No one has ever captured a clear image. Cameras glitch, files corrupt, devices shut down. You don't feel afraid at first, not until you realize they're closer than before.
According to Google, there's only 90 million cows in the United States. That's what's up, but only 34 to 35 million of those cows is used for meat. Now here's where the map starts acting funny. McDonald's also sells 6.5 million burgers each day. That's just hamburgers. That's not including Big Macs, double cheeseburgers, quarter pounders, just burgers. McDonald's don't even own a farm, not one. They're competing with Wendy's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, the list goes on and on. But somehow the meat supply is always there. Cows don't grow in no 20 minutes. I asked a bull hog owner I know. He said it takes 1 to